Yeah.
Okay, now we are finding out. Two Republican senators want to know if the Hunter Biden matter is free and clear of outside interference. They have sent a letter to a federal attorney by the name of David Weiss. Now, Weiss is the one running the grand jury in Wilmington, Delaware. Here's what the letter says in part. To be clear, we are unaware of any information that would call into question your ability to lead this investigation. Yet, Delaware is the Biden's home state, and Hunter Biden has acknowledged his connections with state officials in the past. That brings us to Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, penned part of that letter. And Senator, good morning to you, and thank you for your time. Got a bunch of questions here. Look, you had 49 other choices, and this federal grand jury wound up in Delaware. Why?
Well, I presume because of the home of the Bidens. Number two, that gives some credibility to this investigation, that it might be unbiased, at least at the U.S. Attorney's level, is the fact that this U.S. Attorney was appointed by President Trump and could have been fired January 20th, a year ago, but was kept on because of this investigation. So that continuity is pretty important. But going way back to the beginning of this administration and the appointment of a guy by McQuaid to be head of the criminal division of the Department of Justice, and knowing of the relationships with McQuaid with the defense attorney for Hunter Biden, it raises the question of a violation of ethics, that anybody that's involved with somebody that's potentially coming under your jurisdiction.
See, I can understand that. Yeah, let me just reconstruct this a little bit. What Garland said, the AG, he said that with David Weiss in charge, he's a Trump appointee, as you just pointed out, which would seem to suggest that you should have confidence in the investigation. Is that satisfactory?
Well, from the standpoint of that statement by itself, the answer is yes. But getting back to what I was trying to tell you, McQuaid, head of the criminal division of the Justice Department, oversees these investigations, and if he and possible prosecution. So if he is a former business relationship with the defense attorney for Hunter Biden, it seems to me that that raises the question of possible conflict of interest. And even under the rules of the Justice Department, even if there's just an appearance of a conflict of interest, there shouldn't be an appearance of conflict of interest. So McQuaid should recuse himself from overseeing this case that's going on in Delaware.
Listen, there's logic in that statement, all right? In part, this is the letter you sent out. You said, in light of Mr. McQuaid's clear conflicts in the Hunter Biden investigation, AG Garland's silence draws serious suspicion and has cast a cloud over the investigation, a cloud that could easily be removed if the DOJ showed a modicum of transparency. On this relationship with Hunter Biden, what was it exactly?
Well, it was McQuaid signing documents, having a relationship with the defense attorney for Hunter Biden, and that's those documents don't have anything to do with this investigation, but it shows a business relationship and a possible conflict of interest. But remember, this isn't just this letter the first time that I've raised this. Going way back to Garland's testimony before our committee and letters to Garland, we've raised this same issue. I think it's about time we have an answer that is there a potential conflict of interest and he should be recused, or there isn't any conflict of interest.
That's a fair point. So the AG has not responded, McQuaid hasn't responded, and the federal David Weiss has not responded.
That's right.
You're 0 for 3 at the moment.
Well, we've been 0 for 3 for 18 months now. We've been raising this issue.
Well, Senator, we're going to stay on it, and we'll find out whether or not that answer comes for you. It's intriguing nonetheless, as a federal grand jury is trying to do some work, and we'll see what they come up with. Chuck Grassley, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
All right, Julie.